Khedira goes. Khedira almost scores. Valdez to the rescue of Barcelona.
That was some run from Sami Khedira, and both the goalkeepers have earned their corn tonight. Excellent save. But you don't expect that from Sami Khedira, do you? Not as a holding midfield player.
He was so far forward he went a little giddy.
Well, he's hit the target, to be fair to him. And he's forced to save. It was a good hide for Victor Valdez, but good touch.
Ozil allowed space. Di Maria. Pepe. Mascherano turning out of trouble, then running into it. Iniesta. Magic triangle of Iniesta, Busquets, Xavi. He's slightly off his line, Iker Casillas, but that is outrageous.
Cheeky.
Many would say the best goalkeeper in the world, and his pal Iniesta's trying to chip him from 40 yards
Have a
out.
look at this run from Sami Khedira. Surrounded by four, inside Mascherano, and then outside of the right foot he tries to hit it, but it's a good hide for the keeper. That would have been some goal. Now this is the Pedro one at the other end, and it's a tight angle, and Casillas knows that. He just keeps his leg closed and makes it difficult for Pedro, and makes the save, but chances at both ends.
It's tense. We have 20 minutes remaining. Ozil. Barcelona where to pull this off and get the equalising goal would be against the odds. Ozil
took his eye off the ball.
The legs are beginning to go. I'd be surprised if Ozil is playing his last minutes now. There's a good run from Montoya. Lionel Messi, haven't seen a great deal of him apart from that electrifying goal. Oh, and he's taken out of the ball by Xabi Alonso. Seen that, says the referee. Willing Barcelona to take the advantage. Iniesta tries to carry the ball to Real Madrid.
He's anticipated well by Khedira. Now the break's on.
There's Khedira makes the dart down the centre. He's desperate to get that goal tonight. Higuain will peel to the far post. Ronaldo takes an all-comers. Higuain wasn't quite reading the script. Made that magnificent start, really in the faces of Barcelona, forcing mistakes, forcing the red card. I thought it was intentional that they've been a little more laboured since the break.
They've sat back a little bit, Robin. I think whenever they press that back four in their own defensive third, they forced errors, they forced mistakes, and they haven't done that to the same effect in the second half. Still 20 minutes to go. That's good playing from Montoya. He's a bit unlucky not to get a free kick.
Might be made strenuously to the referee. Ozil. Mascherano, since his dreadful mistake early on, has had an exceptional game. Ozil.
Just some of the final balls from Real Madrid are letting them down, as I said earlier, Rob. They've had a lot of possession, get into the final third, and then the final shot, cross, pass, whatever it is, isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. Is that because Barcelona are defending better, or Real Madrid aren't as effective?
Well, their defence could have been any worse than it was in the opening 20 minutes of the game.
Well, that's a good point.
Barcelona. Xavi to Busquets. Messi. Rash. The challenge from Ramos. It would be a classic go without Ramos getting a yellow card, wouldn't it?
I think he's probably one of the most red-carded players in the league now, even though he's still very young.
Red cards is the answer to your question, Jerry, in his career. He's still only 26 years of age.
think you have to look at someone like Ballesteros, who's in his 30s, mid-30s, at Levante, who would maybe have something similar, maybe a few more. But for such a young player, he's got a lot of yellow cards and a lot of red cards. But he's a committed player.
At the moment, it's almost at a standstill.
It's like a game of chess. Who's going to make the next mistake? And can you capitalise on it?
Put the clock on the game of chess, can't you?
Certainly can. I just don't know if they've got as much energy. Oops, here's a chance. And again, Ronaldo's putting pressure on. They were working hard, but he could do with a wee bit of support. If Higuain comes in and helps him there, they could win the ball back. You can't do it on your own. You've got to do it with teammates, as we are about to see Song coming on for his debut.
He'll make his first appearance for Barcelona when the ball goes out of play. Could be a restart for a goal. Almost. There's been a series of almost tonight for Real in the second half. Higuain leaving his mark on his fellow countryman Lionel Messi. And Tito Villanova will make the change. The summer recruit from Arsenal, Alex Song, comes on, and Busquets, who does a similar job as the player sacrificed. Good pro, accepting that the manager wants fresher, tenacious legs in the centre of the field.
Well, they need another goal if they're going to win this Super Cup. A 2-1 on goal difference. Real Madrid will win it. So when did they bring David V on? That's what I want to know. At what stage? Good tackle.
We'll go 2-1 on the night, 4-4 on aggregate.
That's
Two
final
away
ball.
goals last week for Real.
Final ball again, Rob. There, Marcelino does well to win it, and then gives it away very cheaply.
This is Xavi. The impression there is another goal in this game, but which way will it sway? Alex Song gets his first touch of the ball. He wears that Barcelona kit. It's a little like Yaya Toure, isn't he? Big presence in midfield. Lovely ball through. Fantastic ball. Casillas is rounded, but Ramos is to the rescue, taking it off the toe of Jordi Alba, who had sneaked in, ratted in there.
What a run from the, well, left back allegedly. Times it perfect, off the shoulder. Well, I think it's Pepe that he comes in off the shoulder of. He's the one that's maybe a yard behind the full back.
But the more nervous defence has been the full defence of Real Madrid.
Yeah. Well, you made a good point, Rob, early on about conceding goals when they've been 1-0 up in both games, and they drew one and lost the other.
Surely the most sensible option for Jose Mourinho, but to just go for the kill, take it to Barcelona, wrap it all up. It's a dangerous game of consolidation that he's playing.
Yeah. Well, they could well rue the chances they missed in the first half, the one-on-ones.
PK fires it at Alba. A team of 11 men with an anywhere will do kind of clearance. Shouldn't that be the other way round?
Yeah. I think psychologically the power and the pendulum is swinging towards Barcelona, the 10 men of Barcelona. They look as if they've got the ability to go and score another goal. And when's he going to come on? If he's going to come on. Well, we see Cesc.
The reports in Spain suggesting he's been nowhere near his very best so far this season for Barcelona. Next year's a big recruit. Here's Xavi. There will be a change. Callejon's going to come on for Real Madrid as Albert leads the charge. There's only Pedro in the centre. Pepe to Albiol.
Oh, mistakes.
Sevilla returns into trouble. The mistakes have now been made by Real Madrid. Messi, fantastic tackle from Pepe. Alonso. They make a great din when they're behind you, the Real Madrid supporters, but there's a lot of vociferous unrest as well.
Again, balls given away so cheaply. It's untrue.
Alex Song makes his mark in Spanish football, leaving a mark on Mesut Ozil.
I think Real Madrid are going to make a change. They are.
It's going to be Angel Di Maria whose number is up.
Yeah, for Callejon.
And Callejon comes on.
He's run. He's worked his socks off, to be fair to Di Maria. Put in a lot of effort.
Callejon, a fine athlete. Another player that Mourinho really does like to have around. He didn't start too many games last year, but when he came on, he had an impact in all competitions. He actually scored 13 goals.
I think you can see that Luka Modric is coming on as well. No, you're right, he scored a lot of goals. Callejon, he's a great finisher, and technically he's an excellent player and a good addition to this Real Madrid squad.
Next in line.
Oh, he's in.
Benzema, but Higuain hasn't. Oh, he doesn't. Well, he's asking for a penalty.
No, it's a corner. I think Mascherano's done enough to put him off. Last ditch challenge, and he's again found oceans of space in the middle.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Look at the
reaction there of Iker Casillas, some of everybody inside the stadium. You had the time, you had the space, you had the massive opportunity, and in the end he points the finger at somebody else, but he should have scored.
He should have scored. But I think there's a touch there from Mascherano. I think he gets his left foot and deflects the ball.
Mascherano there taking a large leap towards making up for the early error, which gifted a goal for Higuain.
Well, he's made 2 of those challenges now to save the day, at the expense of a corner.
Son lets it go. Ronaldo helps it on. 10 minutes remain. The team that's lacking in beliefs, the team that's leading 2-1 on the night with the home support.
I agree. I think they just took the foot off the accelerator pedal and allowed Barcelona to get back in. I'm not taking anything away from Barcelona. They played really well with 10 men in the second half.
This is Higuain to Carrera. Carrera with this time and the space. Fantastic tackle by Montoya.
Oh my goodness.
Not such a fantastic shot. Xabi Alonso. It's about the stadium clock behind him. Hit the stadium clock ahead of him.
How can he get that amount of space? That's the challenge I'm talking about there, Robbie. Just gets enough of a touch on it to put it out for a corner. And is Benzema coming on?
It is. It's a change that was going to be made before Higuain missed that chance. And no reflection on his finishing ability. He's put in a shift. First, it's the change for Barcelona. Pedro is the player who goes off.
I think it's Telio's come on. It's like for like. Pacey winger.
Higuain's taken his time to make it to the touchline, and Benzema was introduced by Mourinho. There's Telio. There's a lot of talk about him moving to the English Premier League in the summer. It may have been agent talks. He's committed himself now to Barcelona.
I don't think Barcelona were ever going to let him go.
No, it's just a little game they play, isn't it? This is Xavi. Messi. Xavi to Messi again. Messi can't ride the challenges. Cristiano Ronaldo beaten in the 50-50 by PKs. Xavi. Iniesta. Sway will it sway. Telio seems to have bulked up during the summer. Iniesta. Telio alongside him. Telio didn't quite know what to do. Shoot or cross. Was caught between the two stalls.
I think he took the shot early, Rob, and now we're going to see the debut of Luka Modric.
Well, the sad sight for Spurs' eyes. Luka Modric saying goodbye to the capital of England to head to the capital of Spain to become one of Mourinho's men. Mourinho says he may not be match fit, but he's certainly got a good 7 minutes of football in him. Replacing the exhausted Mesut Ozil.
That's the position I think he's going to play in. I think he's going to play in exactly the same position as Mesut Ozil. Xavi Alonso will keep him right. And there won't be a language problem there.
He's already won a lot of friends at his introduction at the Bernabeu. How can he influence this game? Cali Hon, so 3 late changes from Mourinho. Part of the grand plan. They've absorbed, they've tied out Barcelona, and clearly he wants to go to kill it off. There is Modric, first touches in the bad one. Albiol inside, Benzema was with him. Modric running around everywhere he goes, he bumps into a world-class player.
But no shot at the end of it, Rob. You know, good play, got inside the penalty area, they didn't get a shot off. And that's happened in the second half too many times.
There's the Modric against Son. Last year it was Arsenal Tottenham. Tonight another derby. Marcelo to Modric, taken off his toe by Alba. There is Son. Tello. Xavi, oh, he gives it away. That's a rarity, the reason he gave it away. In the referee's eyes, it's because Marcelo had caught him. No time to stand and argue as Mourinho screams off the bench, pointing to his head, telling his players to keep their concentration.
He's right, 5 minutes to go and anything can happen in this game. It's still very, very delicately poised.
Well, they've thrown league matches away. Big points against Valencia, 3 points against Getafe at the weekend, where they got weak at the knees in the closing stages.
Oh, I think he's mucked that one.
Free kick taken again as the ball is rolling. Referee allows it. Tello. Xavi. Messi to Iniesta. Advantage Real at the moment, but a goal for Barcelona would take the Super Cuppa to Catalonia.
Certainly would. Anywhere will do there for Kadira. He's just humped it out. Given possession straight back to Barcelona. 10-man Barcelona, but you wouldn't know it in the second half, Rob.
Montoya. Little swivel of the hips. Ramos to Benzema. We'll have a man down. I think Benzema's been asked to put the ball out of play. It's Alonso who's down. Benzema continues around Son. But muscled off the ball by PK. Oh, now Real want the ball putting out of play. Funny that, isn't it?
Well, he's back up on his feet against Xavi Alonso.
Chasing, biting, kicking. Touch of screaming as well. Losing his nerve, losing his temper. The referee just calming things down. Telly asking for some protection.
Well, he's only on the park and he's looking time on the ball. You're not going to get time on the ball in this game. Certainly not in the final third.
Barcelona delay the free kick to allow Alex Son to go alongside PK. They've both become centre forwards for the closing minutes of this game.
They need a goal. They get a goal, they're going to win it. As it stands, Real Madrid will pick up the first trophy of the season unless Barcelona can put a ball in the box and someone gets on the end of it.
Yeah, nobody in the president's box quite attaching the ribbons to the trophy just yet. Messi flips it in over the head of Son, but a misdirected header.
Needed a call, didn't he, Sergio Ramos? Yeah. Somebody should have told him. And he's saying, let me know, advise me.
Nail biting. The trophy isn't back in the Real Madrid cabinet just yet. Xavi, the corner taken. Helped on by PK, controlled by Messi. Son, Messi. Tello takes a deflection. Came off the chest of Ramos. Did so well to keep his arms out of the way as well.
Yeah, corner kick. Well, everybody's coming forward here. Real Madrid, all hands to the pumps, but they win the ball, Real Madrid. There's a good counter-attack on.
Fired across the six, seeking assist, deciding to box the ball away. Barcelona players swear that clock in the top left-hand corner of the screen is moving too slowly.
He's knocked some decent balls from the back. Javier Mascherano, that wasn't one of his better ones.
Tito Villanova, Jose Mourinho. Two completely different characters, though they've gone for the same dress sense tonight. Didn't check their wardrobes before they came out to play.
Jose in deep conversation with Aitor Karanka, who deputised for him an awful lot last season, did a lot of press conferences, and even though he's a Basque, they wind him up about he's not part of the Portuguese gang.
Ronaldo, Alonso, Benzema, Raul quicken the pace. Cristiano Ronaldo shakes off Son.
What a save.
It had to be a save. You had to get everything on that. Victor Valdez, and it's an attempt to transfer the pressure as well. Pepe with Casillas behind him. Just play down the clock into the final scheduled minute. They could almost see their reflection in the trophy, Real Madrid.
Tell you what, that was some save from Victor Valdez. That was almost past him. He was down so fast that it collapsed and held on to the ball. It was bound for the far corner of the net. But now Real Madrid picking up the loose ball. It's Madred
to Benzema. Madrid's first game for the club, and he could get a big medal for it.
He's nice and neat and tidy at the moment as Pepe sort of fumbles on the ball. Oh, unfortunately, it's gone out of play. But no, Luka Modric has got the ball and knocked it and kept it well, and his technique and skills will fit in nicely with Real Madrid. He's the type of player that will go down well here with the fans.
Under Mourinho, Real took the Spanish FA Cup a couple of years ago from Barcelona. Last season, Mourinho turned the tide. Real won the league, and within 3 minutes of taking the Spanish Super Cup. There's Modric! How would that have been to introduce himself to the Bernabeu?
Well, the play was brilliant. The cutback from Benzema was superb, and the shot from Luka Modric was on target, and it still came on.
Messi stopped by Ramos. Benzema, Modric again. Squirms out of trouble. He's looked the part on the Real Madrid shirt. Fantastic run. It's Callejon. Ronaldo's waiting. It's like a magnet to the gloves of Victor Valdez.
Look at the chances we've had in 60 seconds either end, Rob. It's still
there's plenty left in this final chapter as well.
Absolutely.
It'll be a 2-minute chapter, but there's going to be something in it.
Here you go.
Rest assured. It's young Montoya, the substitute. Can he make himself a hero? No, the hero is Iker Casillas once more.
Well, we've had, I think, 4 shots in the last 3 minutes at either end. Goalkeepers making saves, defenders making blocks. And you're right, it's going to go down to the final seconds. And one goal either way can change it.
Xavi's corner kick over the head of Son, helped on by Ramos. Benzema, that's a loose pass. What final flurry here from Barcelona. Iniesta. Alex Son. Messi pulls back the trigger. The bullet went flying past the ear of Iker Casillas.
He had one like that in the first half at Barcelona last week, and it was exactly the same type of a finish. He created the angle on his left foot. Alex Son does well, good pass outside, and then whips it with pace just wide of the far post. Could that have been the decisive moment between Barcelona picking up the Super Cup and Real Madrid picking it up, and they're seconds away from the first trophy of the season?
Well, the Real Madrid supporters who have been hypnotised by this game in the second half into silence. There's been little atmosphere here. They've just been engrossed by the game, now feel that they can get out the plastic flags, the scarves, raise their voices and start the celebrations. A mass plea for the final whistle. Pepe would have had to be so monstrous in defence have been Real Madrid in the second half. Remember, they've had a player more. Adriano was sent off, and it's complete. The first trophy of the season goes to Jose Mourinho. It was a classico. It had all of the usual ingredients, a flurry of yellow cards, a red card, goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, but the telling goal was Cristiano Ronaldo's. Well, the pace has been set for another sparkling season of La Liga action. Jerry Rail edging it, probably overall on the chance count, just about so.
Absolutely, first half, fantastic. First half hour could have been 6-7-0 with Real Madrid creating chance after chance. But Barcelona recovered second half with 10 men and made a really good game of it. I'm surprised we didn't have more goals, but that was due to poor finishing and fantastic goalkeeping at the other end. Iker Casillas made 3 or 4 big saves, as did Victor Valdés, and both sets of players deserve a lot of credit. But I think psychologically Jose Mourinho is going to be well chuffed that his lads have responded. They've been poor in the last 2 or 3 games, but this is the perfect response, and maybe this will kick-start the season for Real Madrid.
Tito Villanova doesn't quite have the magic touch of Pep Guardiola, who had a fantastic record. He won his first 5 games at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid, but they went all against Jose Mourinho, who has the magic touch. He calls it a project here, and it's a fantastic project. They won the Spanish Cup last year, they won the league, and this season they've started off by winning the Super Cuppa. The difference between the two teams tonight, the winning goal from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, fascinating 45 minutes at the Bernabeu. Plenty of chances from either side. Lionel Messi very nearly scoring the crucial goal right at the very end. Real Madrid having chances also. Rafa Benitez, did Real Madrid deserve that?
I think that they were better in the first half, with a big difference, and after with 10 players, obviously it was more difficult for Barcelona. But in the second half, we were waiting, and at the end we could see 2 or 3 situations that Barcelona could score. But I think that the first half was a big difference.
After the start of the season, how important was it to beat Barcelona tonight and win the Super Cuppa?
Well, it's always important winning trophies. Don't forget, this is a trophy, the first trophy of the season, and it's even more important if you do it against your biggest rival. Probably before the competition, both managers tried to put it as if it wasn't as important, but we can see by the crowd how important it is winning trophies at home against the Football Club Barcelona.
OK, Real win 2-0, 2-1 on the night, 4-4 on aggregate. We'll get more thoughts from Rafa and Marcelino when we come back, but they do win the Super Cuppa for the first time since 2008. Jose Mourinho may well have said it's the least important piece of silverware out of the 4 they're going for. But if it means beating Barcelona in the process, he'll take it.